Welcome back to New Entry Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Ian, with my co-host, Eva. What it do, baby?
Hey Ian, hey listeners. For those who are tuning in, please hit that like, subscribe. If you're listening to us on Spotify, give us that 5 stars and follow.
What up, Ever? Sexy Ever. It's been a while since we spoke. How you been, man?
I've been good. How about you, Ian? What's new with you?
A roller coaster ride, man. It has been a roller coaster, a good roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
But it's been a roller coaster ride for the most part, my personal life and my professional wrestling with The Rock, Cody Rhodes, everything.
Oh yeah.
But how you been, Ever? It's been a while since we chatted.
Hey, I've been good. Like I said, like wrestling has been interesting. It's already February, so see what
Yeah.
happens. It's already like the second month of the year, so let's see what happens the rest of the year. Especially with wrestling and stuff and everything that's coming down.
Speaking of wrestling, Ever,
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes finally is going to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. And the whole roller coaster about that was, the Rock coming in to SmackDown, challenging Roman Reigns to face him at WrestleMania. And The Rock started the whole Cody crybaby. And first, I gotta ask you, Ever, are you a Cody crybaby or were you the Rock side?
I don't know. I mean,
How do you not know?
no, I mean, I was like in the middle. I was like, well, I mean, if he goes, he goes. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I was kind of like that. Like
For The Rock or Cody Rhodes?
either one. I was like, well, either way, it's good. Hopefully, so at least if for me, as long as someone dethrones Roman Reigns, that's all I care about. I don't care who it is. I mean, with
Mm,
Cody, it would make sense because he won the Rumble. So it's like, what's like? I think we talked about it off screen. Is like, what's the point of winning the Rumble if you're not gonna main event WrestleMania?
right.
So it's interesting that I think they probably saw the backlash of it and they kind of had to like do a 180 or 180 because it was
Mm,
like, oh, you know what, we probably should change it. But either way, I was like, well, we're gonna get the Rock something. We're gonna get the Rock at WrestleMania somehow. So
right.
either way, I was gonna be like, well, either way, let's go see what the right. Let's see what.
And it didn't have to be this year's WrestleMania. I do
No.
like the build up of it. For me, I was more on the Rock side because it was like what I didn't like, and I told you this, and I said it on the episode too. I didn't like the fact that Cody Rhodes kind of just like took it, where it was just
Yeah.
like he could have easily just said, I agree with Seth Rollins said. That's the workhorse title. I want that. You turn that title into Hollywood. I don't want that title. I would have been fine with that. But there's a lot of there's a lot of gray area about, was this a work?
Yeah.
Was this a legit? I personally feel like it was more of like testing the waters with The Rock and like, hey, let's see how the people react to this. To see, and then obviously they did not react it the way they thought it was gonna get.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's why it got turned
Yeah.
the way it did. On I mean, but there's rumors saying like, oh, it was a work, it wasn't a work. They had to like cancel this match because of the stuff that was happening with The Rock. And now everybody's saying, oh, this was all a work. Because, did you watch the past SmackDown when The Rock was pointing at Roman Reigns? There's a video. The Rock
Yeah.
was pointing at Roman Reigns saying it's for you to walk out as a loser at WrestleMania.
Mm.
The Rock was talking about Cody Rhodes, and there's like fans recording The Rock and their point of view. It looked like it shows The Rock did fully turn and he pointed at Roman.
Mm.
So is he going to cost Roman Reigns the WWE Championship at WrestleMania? And are we going to get, The Rock versus Roman at Backlash, SummerSlam, or are they really gonna wait till next year's WrestleMania?
But not for the title, right?
No, non-title.
But yeah, I can see that because it's like even in history, like if somebody wants to take over the tribal chief or the leader, you gotta go
Mhm.
take them out, or you gotta
Right.
challenge them. If you just be like, "Oh, sure, you're the leader," and like, "No, I'm the leader of this family." So he's like, "Yeah." I mean, there's subtle things, like they do. People, that's all I go to WWE. It's a very subtle, like, why did he do that? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? So
Because
you
it's
want to
about
keep,
storytelling for them.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
it's good like that, and I like that, and it does give a nice build up for the pay-per-view. And also, um the road, like you said, it's about the head of the table. So it does that's the title itself.
yeah,
It's not a physical title belt, but it is a title. And The Rock, if you really want to think about it, The Rock technically is the head of the table.
yeah.
And if you really want to, go there. Roman Reigns is basically the next generation for the throne, and it is his time. But I guess The Rock is not ready to patch that, where it's
Mm.
like, well, hold on, buddy. So I feel like that's what's going on right now. So,
Yeah,
The Rock, The Rock has to give him a rock bottom, you know. He can't
yeah,
just like claim it. He has to defeat The Rock.
yeah.
So it's gonna be a crazy WrestleMania this year, next year, the year after that, and the year after that. Uh, before I go on to Cody Rhodes, did you hear the rumors about WrestleMania 41? We talked about this. I don't know on the episode, but WrestleMania 41, it was gonna be in Minnesota.
Mhm.
Now there's in Minnesota next year, 42 Las Vegas, Nevada. Um, 43 was Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm.
But now there's a new rumor saying that next year is going to be Las Vegas. So I don't know. What's your
Mm.
thoughts about that? And have you heard anything about that?
Well, they can't do that. It's like the Super Bowl. You can't just be like, "Oh, we're switching cities," like because they have to you have to usually announce it the year before.
Hmm.
So it's like it's every city goes through a vote. It's like how every city gets the Olympics or the NBA
Mm,
finals or the not the NBA finals, like the All-Star game. Like
right.
they get selected based on like, okay, it's the last three cities, now it's the, two cities and then one city. Minnesota was, they probably
Last
get it
year.
or yeah, they went for last year. I don't know if Vegas even applied just because like and all these rumor stuff. I mean like well Vegas eventually will get it, but like I mean, Minnesota's like it was like the
I heard it
final.
for 2 years already. Yeah. Ever
Yeah,
since last year's WrestleMania 38 and 39.
yeah,
Uh, once I found out about Philadelphia, I knew about Philadelphia for 40. And then once it was confirmed, then like a month later, that's when there was the rumors about 41 was going to be in Minnesota. So this was still last year.
yeah.
And and I kind of agree with you. It's kind of like, why change it? The only thing that comes to mind is because this past year's Super Bowl, but I feel like Minnesota, like, what's wrong with it? I feel like it's
Minnesota has a new stadium. Their stadium is it's both indoor and outdoor, so it's
oh, they got a new
retractable.
stadium. Oh,
Yeah, they
that's
got a new
nice.
stadium, so snow doesn't stay up there anymore, so it doesn't collapse. So they got a
Mm,
bet. They probably almost got. I think they're about the same with the Las Vegas one, because I know Vegas. I think they went to Vegas only because of the Super Bowl. Otherwise, they wouldn't even be in Vegas this past Thursday, whatever, Thursdays ago, whatever.
right.
So I mean, I mean, you can always put in the conversation, but like they should not like switch cities unless it's because it's all comes down to the city itself, like the mayor of the city and the governor of the
Mm,
state. They'll be like that. They have to pay to get WrestleMania there, and WrestleMania, if Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul, the Twin Cities already paid for that. They're
mhm,
not gonna be like, wait a minute, what? You can't just give it to Vegas because it's Vegas.
right.
Vegas has been there forever, until but they're like, well, we already paid. We're already gonna have the accommodations. Obviously, it takes a whole year to get everything ready. It's
Mm.
like
Yeah,
the
because they gotta
Olympics
make they gotta make the designs for
designs,
WrestleMania.
the
Yeah,
contracts, the traffic, the
the
city
trucks.
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. You got to do
So,
that. Year.
mm,
That's why they always announce it a year before. It's not like, oh, they just announce it 3 weeks before the show. Like, no, you got to announce it a year ahead.
mhm.
So if it is Vegas, whatever. But at the same time, like Minneapolis, kind of, I think they already won it, but there's no official like
Yeah.
vote.
And plus, and the other rumor is, if you guys, let's just say the original plan was Minnesota next year, and then Vegas, and then Tennessee. Why, if you're planning on going there anyways, why like switch it? You
Yeah,
know, so it's like just wait. You're gonna go
just wait.
there, just wait it
Well,
out.
I just follow Super Bowl every time. Super Bowl's in Miami, you're gonna go to Miami. Super Bowl's in Florida or New Orleans, you're gonna go to New
I feel
Orleans.
like they
Like,
should.
come
I
on.
feel like they should do that for. I don't have a problem with that,
Yeah,
but at least the same year. You know what I mean? Not the year after. So like say like the Super Bowl was in Vegas this year. If then have this year have it in Vegas then for WrestleMania. Not next year. You know what I mean? Like that, I'll be
yeah.
cool with that. And I feel like that's probably the direction they're probably gonna it's gonna happen in a few years. Uh but I was gonna say, so Philadelphia, WrestleMania 40.
Mhm.
That's the east side,
East Coast, yeah.
East Coast. And if WrestleMania 40,
One.
WrestleMania 2 was in Chicago, wasn't
Well,
it?
one of the it was no WrestleMania 2 was in three locations. It was like split to three shows. Los Angeles, Detroit,
Okay, in
and
Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah,
But
something like that. Three.
WrestleMania 2. Well, anyways, I was gonna say either 2 or 3, right? Because WrestleMania 2 and then WrestleMania 13 and then WrestleMania 22. So basically the 2 and 3 spots has been in the Midwest. Minnesota is that's considered Midwest, right?
Oh yeah.
So and then again, maybe that's because Philadelphia, they're trying to maybe they just got tired of going to New York. They're just trying to be somewhere in the east side. So maybe Minnesota is gonna happen because that's Midwest. So I feel like that'd be awesome because it gives us the Midwest people, it gives us a chance to go to WrestleMania instead of trying to fly over there. I mean, we may still have to fly over there, but at least we have a chance to get there by car as well.
Yeah.
Unlike California, it's like it's only a trip. It's like we
Eh,
gotta fly over there.
Oh, I'm not going to California at all, even without WrestleMania.
Oh no! Oh
I'm
yeah,
not touching California with
I agree with you on that
no
part.
offense, California,
Yeah.
but
No,
you suck.
no, yes, be offense. Be
I got
offense.
family in California. Sorry, guys.
I got family over there too. Don't talk to them for that reason. I mean, there's more to it, but whatever. But I feel like that's would be a nice cycle because at least that way it's like it gives us the Midwest people a chance to go to WrestleMania. Um, even by car. Because like SummerSlam was in Detroit. That was like 5 hours. That's not bad. Minnesota is about 7 hours, so it's not bad. So, but again, comparing to Las Vegas or even Philadelphia, that's
Yeah,
almost that's 20 hours.
yeah,
Obviously I can't drive that. I mean, I drove into Orlando, but I was there for 4 days.
yeah.
So, and also I was there to relax. Doing that kind of driving for a wrestling event. Oh my gosh, that's just horrible.
That's why I'm hoping it's in Minneapolis. So I could just kid take
That's
a
what I'm
4 days
hoping for.
off. I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
let's go going Thursday, spending there Friday, come get there Friday afternoon, hang out Friday, go Saturday, come back Monday morning or something.
I'm gonna be
Like
there a
all
whole week.
yeah, right.
I'm gonna be there a whole week, and
It's
I'm a
Minneapolis. Get a
yeah.
Juicy Lucy at oh, that's what they're known for, Minneapolis. The Juicy Lucy, it's like a burger with cheese inside in the middle, but you
Oh
gotta be careful
my,
if you can't bite into it because you'll rip your mouth. It's hot molten lava, so you gotta like
jeez.
cut it so it cools off and then eat it.
Have you had one before?
Yeah, like many years ago.
Oh, we gotta go over there.
Anyways,
I kind of want to go over there for that burger now.
I know, right?
Road trip.
Yep.
Time for a road trip. Let's go right now. Let's stop recording. Episode's over. Doo-doo-doo. Oh man. But Cody Rhodes,
hmm
I talked about this off camera or off
Yeah.
recording. Why does everything have to finish at WrestleMania? Does Cody Rhodes' story made sense to finish at WrestleMania? Like, is it necessary?
Um, what is called the granddaddy of them all, right? It's like the show. I mean, obviously the couple years of it has been kind of mediocre, but like
Mhm.
the last couple years have been pretty good. But yeah, I mean, only if he does it in like his hometown or something, like in Georgia.
Yeah,
But
I feel like that would make sense because it's like you finishing your story at WrestleMania. It's like, why though? It ain't start at WrestleMania.
does that ever main event WrestleMania?
No.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
he already did something his dad couldn't do, like
Yeah.
main
Even
event.
his brother had, even though they're half brothers, but still, Goldust can't even say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made events at WrestleMania. And but I mean, this his feud with Roman makes sense. Like it has to finish at WrestleMania. It's just like it's just a story where it's just like I have to finish the story, and it's like you do, but not at WrestleMania though. Like who said it has to happen at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing that kind of bothers me. Because it's like, what if SummerSlam was gonna happen in your hometown? You're telling me that you wouldn't want to finish your story there?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's it's like how we go back to like the Royal Rumble, like the winner,
mhm.
it's like it's special. So I think for him to do it at WrestleMania, especially since he won the Rumble, it's like
Right.
a twofer. Like, oh, I won the Rumble and I won a WrestleMania. It's like, okay, cool. It's like the Grand Slam trophy or something. Like in some sports,
Yeah, you won the tournament,
you
so
got
you
the
get
you got the title
yeah,
and the MVP.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that's
Now
kind of
you're
like it.
you're
Like,
going on to the fight to WrestleMania to main event WrestleMania. Nobody says anything. That was just us, the fans, about you're supposed to win a WrestleMania. No, you supposed to main event WrestleMania. So that's why we got mad at certain people like Sheamus, Rey Mysterio, just to name a few, where it's like they won the Rumble and they didn't even main event WrestleMania. They were just giving a world title shot. But it's like, but you guys don't even treat that world title as a world title. You treat it as a mid card.
yeah.
So it's like, why did you have that purpose to, win?
Mm.
So it was just a lot of that going on. Last year, it made sense for Cody Rhodes to win. I'm sorry. I think we talked about it. I feel last year, I felt like, what's it called? Cody Rhodes. Oh, because they were supposed to do, I'm trying to remember. Oh, because they were supposed to do, so WrestleMania Night 1, remember, the original plan, WrestleMania Night 1, it was going to be either the WWE Championship being defended. And then WrestleMania 22, Night 2, it was going to be the Universal or the WWE Championship. So Roman Reigns was supposed to defend both titles, both different nights. One of them was supposed to be Drew, and then the other one was going to be Cody Rhodes.
Mm.
Then Drew was supposed to win the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes was supposed to win the Elimination Chamber to become number one contender. Drew wins the title. Cody Rhodes doesn't. So this year, Cody Rhodes wins the Rumble, goes on and face Roman Reigns
Hmm.
for, I guess, most likely the WWE Undisputed Championship. So because Drew was gonna win back the WWE Championship, and to have his moment, his WrestleMania 20 moment, and so but it never happened. They decided not to do that and just have Roman defend both titles against Cody Rhodes, and then he lost. I feel like I personally feel like what should have happened. Or actually, I know it's a weird way because of how everything turned out. But if there was a way for Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn to win the Royal Rumble and for them to challenge the Usos. So be
Oh.
the first Royal Rumble winner to challenge the tag team titles. Because again, you get to main event WrestleMania, you get to face the world champion of your choosing. So they could have been like, no, for the first time in history, we're gonna go after the tag team titles to ensure we main event WrestleMania. And so I feel like that would have been awesome.
Mm.
Um, but see, like they finished their story at WrestleMania. It's one of those, the only reason why I feel like the Usos and Kevin Owens should have made main event to the WrestleMania because their history, both teams. And then for the Usos, it's more like in the future because now this year we're gonna get Jimmy versus Jay, you
Yeah.
know. So it's like it's a full circle. So there's certain things and matches and stories that should finish at WrestleMania. There's one story that did not finish at WrestleMania. My question is, Eddie Guerrero, when he won the WWE Championship
Mhm.
at No Way Out at California, he finished his story. And it wasn't in his hometown. It wasn't at WrestleMania. How did that make you feel looking back at something like that? And do you remember that in moment? Did you watch that match? Or
Oh yeah.
did you find out, that past SmackDown that he won?
Oh, I watched it. Yeah, it was very special. It's like, wow, he went through all this, just even life stuff, not outside of wrestling, like all this stuff he went
Mhm.
through and stuff. And then like like just the storyline was amazing with like how they built up the match with Brock. See, that's the thing. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they you will show that story because then it's like Eddie Guerrero's part of that story. If you delete it,
Yeah. I mean,
you delete.
besides, let's just forget about
But
that part.
yeah,
But like the
but
fact that build up
but
against Brock and
uh,
Brock brought it.
yeah, especially
Brock
with
was
the part
acting like GBL.
when Eddie was like, "Oh, this is my addiction. The wrestling is like all that speech he did." Oh,
Mhm.
dude, I was like, what? He's like,
That build up.
and like the thing is, we didn't know at the time, but like what happened like almost 2 years, almost over a year later, like he
Yeah.
was gone, you know. So it's like if it didn't happen then, who we might never have had that story, you know. It might have been like, oh, let's wait until next year, No Way Out, like. Unfortunately, or a couple years after, you know what I mean? Like, was it 20 or 21? What year was it when he won? 2004.
2000 and yeah, 2004.
So he passed away in 2005. So yeah, see, if they waited on that story, we would never gotten him as world champion, WWE champion, you know? So it's kind of like, wow, looking back at it now, but at the
Hmm.
time you're like, that's amazing. We're like, Eddie Guerrero finally did it. He finally
Yeah.
got something redemption in his life. That was like real life redemption, not only wrestling, but for his life. So it's
Oh
kind of
yeah.
it was more special.
And it's crazy because it was like when you look back at it, even at that time, um, it's crazy to me that why didn't Eddie Guerrero win? You know, I don't. That's the weird part because the main event was WrestleMania. The main event for WrestleMania 20 was supposed to be originally Goldberg and Brock Lesnar because Stone Cold Steve Austin was going to be the special guest referee. Both men are leaving the company, so scratch that. I don't know how truth or rumor this is, but it was going to be Triple H versus Benoit at WrestleMania.
Mm,
Just them two. But Vince felt because he felt that Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, Stone Cold Steve Austin was a bigger match. And also they were trying to build up. I don't know if they were trying to build up for Stone Cold and Brock Lesnar for next year or Goldberg for
yeah,
next year's WrestleMania 21. Stone Cold was gonna face one of those two men. But then because that's again, both men are leaving, that's why Shawn Michaels got added to the match
mm,
to make it like, okay, I need a huge a huge match. Added Shawn Michaels. But then there's the rumor that that was always going to be the original triple threat because needed a Shawn Michaels and Triple H. They needed a WrestleMania main event,
mm,
and so that's. I feel like that one's more true. Um, and then Eddie Guerrero got to face Kurt Angle in a classic match.
yeah,
And it's one of those I'm glad that the new 2K game are talking about this classic match because a lot of people forget about it.
yeah. He
Because
won
of
with he
yeah,
took his shoe off, right? He won with his shoe off, or
yeah.
something. Yeah,
He
I was like, what?
kayfabe the whole shoe. and he untied his shoe. Kurt Angle pulled his leg. He thought he was like, "What? Why do I have your boot?" Turns around, roll up, 1, 2, 3. It was
Yeah.
a great. I reacted like crazy. I
Like,
was just like, "Oh
oh.
my gosh, that was genius!" And I was a little bummed out because it was like, man, why didn't we get Brock Lesnar and Eddie Guerrero for him to finish his story at WrestleMania and but it was just like it didn't need it.
Mm.
It really didn't like Eddie Guerrero didn't need that moment at WrestleMania. And that's why it bothers me where it's like, why did they remove No Way Out? So
Yeah, it was
many
a pretty
class,
fire.
so many classic matches took place at No Way Out. And No Way Out, honestly, that's my WrestleMania. That was the one pay-per-view I looked forward to. That was my first ever pay-per-view I got to watch live. And then,
Wow.
Eddie Guerrero and Brock Lesnar. And it's just like, man, they took it away and replaced it with Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I was just like, why? No Way Out sounds better. You could still have they were having the Elimination Chamber matches and No Way
And No
Out.
Way Out. Yeah.
So it's like, why did you just rename the whole paper? Like, why?
Well, that's when they went through that whole binging spree where they've named everything after a match.
Fatal Four Way over
Fatal
the
four way
limit,
over the limit.
TLC.
Yep.
Oh my
Hell
god.
in a Cell,
Hell in a Cell,
Money in the
bragging
Bank.
rights. Money in the Bank was actually the only one that worked out.
I think Bragging Rights was pretty much just a Survivor Series match, but they put it into a separate pay per view.
I like, yeah, that was the problem. Bragging
Like,
rights
huh?
should have still been a pay-per-view. Just take out the Survivor Series match. And I think we talked about this. I hate Survivor Series. The match is like, why does the match, the 5-on-5, have to happen in Survivor Series? Have it
Mm,
here and there, especially when it's like, hey, you know what? We got a lot of people. Like it's WrestleMania. It's like, you know what? We got a lot of people here, big
yeah.
names, and we got no story for them. So let's do a Survivor Series match instead of a Battle Royal. Let's just have a 5-on-5 Survivor
Mm,
Series match at WrestleMania. Or this Elimination Chamber. Oh, you know what? We only need one Elimination Chamber match, but we have to have all these big stars in this match, but we don't want to put them in a chamber match because
yeah.
everybody, because they're hurt. Oh, 5-on-5 then Survivor Series match.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
it's. I feel like that's what they need to do more. I don't like the fact that I gotta wait because there's people that do enjoy this 5-on-5 Survivor Series match.
Oh, yeah.
So imagine you got to wait a whole year for a bad match. For it's just
Well,
it's
now Survivor
crazy.
Series is War Games, so hopefully they keep it. They'll keep
Yeah.
War
Oh
Games in
yeah.
there.
I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna Survivor Series is gonna go away and it's gonna be War Games.
Oh, wow.
So you wouldn't want that?
I think it's been around for so long, Survivor Series, that I think they should just keep it. Like it's like if they change the Royal Rumble, like, oh, it's not the Royal Rumble anymore. Like what? It's like the Royal Rumble. It's been since like 1988, or 87. I forgot what year.
What if let me tell you this. What if they change the Royal Rumble the pay-per-view event, but they keep the match?
I don't know, just something about like, well, let's watch the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. It seems like, just iconic in itself.
Mm. So if they change it to, oh yeah, I wouldn't even know what would they change it
Day
to.
one, day one, imagine that. The Royal Rumble
Okay,
match.
okay. No, yeah, say that. Day one. They say, hey, at day no, let's say yeah, we gotta pick a good one.
See,
Clash of the Champions. Clash of the
mm,
Champions are gonna crown. We're gonna have a Royal Rumble match to determine the winner. Like you would be okay with it? Or do you feel
nah.
like the Royal Rumble has to be called the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, because you call it the Royal Rumble match. Like, just call it the Royal Rumble then, the
Mm.
pay-per-view. Like,
Especially when you got two of them. It's like,
yeah,
yeah, I feel like, yeah, I get you. Same thing with Money in the Bank. Survivor Series is kind of one of those like, wait, you're gonna have a Survivor Series match. You're only gonna have one of them, and it's not even gonna be in the main event.
mm,
I feel like you should give us two of them,
yeah.
and then it's fine if it's not in the main event. So it's just kind of weird that way.
There's only one of the big four I haven't gone to is the Rumble. So I'm like, don't change the name yet. Don't.
I got Rumble, I got Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, and then the Royal Rumble. I don't care where it's at next year. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to go. Let's put it that way.
Well,
I'm
as long
gonna.
as I'm not California, I'll go. Or out of
Okay.
the country. Or out of the country. I mean, I could go out of the country. I just don't want to go out of the country. You know?
Okay. Never mind. Let's see where it go. If it's somewhere where I
If
can
it's
either
Seattle, I'm
drive,
definitely going. I'm from the Washington. I'm from Washington State.
I'm
So like
yo.
Seattle.
I want to go back to Seattle. Ever, let's go to Seattle.
Yep. I
Let's
haven't
just
been there
go.
since I was born, but let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm down. Let's go. Playing episode's over. Let's go right now. Doo-doo-doo. But no, hell, I'll go to Seattle. But would you want to go for a wrestling show? Because I'm dead ass right now. I'll go back. I love Seattle. I love.
I'll go visit my my hometown and just go to Seattle. It's like an hour and a half drive from each other. So
Let's go. What we could do
anyways,
is, you know what? You know who else is out there? So we could AEW. So if if you really want to go, we may have to go on the day where AEW is over there. So at least we have something else to do. Because I don't think how often does WWE go over there?
I don't know. I don't really
The
know.
AEW goes there here and there.
Yeah.
Not as often as here in Chicago.
Yeah.
But going back to finishing the story, is there any on like other stories that you enjoyed that didn't happen at WrestleMania, or was there some stories that you did enjoy that you were glad that did happen at WrestleMania? For me, I got Jeff Hardy. I know I could speak for that for my brother and my sister and my
Yeah.
dad, because he was like, finally, he's WWE champion. I could stop taking you guys to Chasers to go. You
Your
know,
dad said that? You're like, no, we're not going to
because
Chasers.
for at least 3 pay-per-views, we went to go to Chasers or the local sports bar. Um, and we would go, my dad would take us there to go watch Jeff Hardy to win the WWE championship. And the two times he, did not win and then finally at Armageddon, he finally won, and everybody was going crazy for Jeff Hardy. And it was one of those moments where I was happy to experience that, and it was a nice story, like a nice finally, like he finished the story.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen at WrestleMania, and it didn't need to be happen at WrestleMania. But once again, back to No Way Out, Armageddon is one of those pay-per-views. Why did you get rid of him? It has so many classic matches.
Yeah.
So,
So many.
goddamn. What are you got anything?
For me, I think it's Mankind winning the WWE title. It was on Raw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
He won it on
hey.
Monday Night Raw. He didn't win it on a pay-per-view. He won it on
No.
Monday Night Raw. Head to head versus WCW, and that shifted the war with
Mm.
WCW and WWF. That won him winning the first WWF title on that Monday Night Raw. Switched like changed the Monday Night War for
It
WWE
did.
or F. So that's for me is like that's iconic because like first of all, Mankind won. He's been
Mhm.
wrestling for years.
He
He's
was of all people to change the game.
yep,
Mankind did it.
yep,
That's crazy to think about.
yep.
That's
So that
crazy. That's
so
a
there's a
good
lot of
one.
stories that don't have to end. They don't even have to end on a pay per view. It could end on SmackDown. It could end on
Mhm.
Raw. It could end on NXT even.
Yeah. And especially like outside of wrestling companies, they don't have they have a WrestleMania, but they don't have that's not like the WrestleMania.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of people outside that finished their story that didn't happen in a big pay-per-view, you
yeah,
know. So, but would it be a nice thing, a nice, great feeling? Because it shows some like heart, like, bro, like I am truly the best.
yeah.
Because, like I they are giving me this opportunity for me to finish my story at the biggest stage of them all. It's like, how can you not say I'm the best?
Yeah.
You know,
It's
because
like if the
yeah,
person in a basketball game that has there's a game 7 of the NBA finals
mhm,
and they have the last shot. That's like the feeling of main eventing WrestleMania or winning WrestleMania. It's like you're that person,
mhm.
the guy, you know.
Yeah. It's like you're playing, yeah, the back like what you say at basketball. It's like you're playing in the last quarter where it's like, oh, it's all on you now,
Yep.
you know. Well, besides, because it's scripted, but besides that part, it's still the entertainment side is still
Yeah.
on you. And yet, like you said, making that final basket and you actually make it, it's like it's a great feeling.
Yeah.
you know,
You change
and
the whole you change the whole trajectory of your city and the people around you. Or wrestling, it's like you change like everybody's excited for you, you know?
yeah, facts, facts, facts. However, now with The Rock is part of WWE again. Do you think if he became a full-time WWE superstar, do you think he'll change the game? No pun intended to Triple H.
Not really, because
Mm.
I mean he got winded like talking on the mic. What else would
Damn!
he?
Oh,
Didn't he? Didn't he get
damn!
winded?
Woo!
I
Taking
I
shots
mean I
at
don't
The
think he would
Rock.
wrestle as much. I mean I think he's obviously he has other commitments like his energy drink, the UFL,
Mhm.
his acting career, things like that. So I don't think he'll be full time because of that. It's just it's just not the
Well,
time
hold
for
on.
that.
I'm saying besides all that, let's just
hmm
say The Rock. Hey, you know what? I want to come back full time. Do you think he'd change the game?
I don't know. I mean, he already did change the game, like
Mm.
of like the '90s. How he went from Rocky Maivia to The Rock, and him and Stone Cold just pretty much won the Monday Night Wars for WWF slash
Right.
E. So I mean, what else can he change? Obviously now he's the TKO director of TKO, but like only thing he could bring is like more people watching it. Obviously, people already watch there to be a lot, but like it's not like they used to be. Like people
Mhm.
used to watch like Monday Night Raw used to get like 7 million views or whatever, it's five
Yeah.
million viewers. Now it's like any wrestling company's not gonna get like 2 million.
Well,
So it's
we don't have to watch it live anymore.
yeah,
It's because now we could
streaming and all that.
stream
Yeah,
it. We could watch it the next day. So that's why they're not getting that much high
yeah.
ratings. I feel like if The Rock was gonna go full time, I feel like he's gonna be more like the Hollywood Hulk Hogan, where he's only
Hollywood
gonna
Rock.
yeah, Hollywood Rock. No, Hollywood Hogan, but like remember how Hulk Hogan was?
Yeah,
He'll wrestle here and there on Nitro, but he mainly wrestled on pay-per-views. And when he did wrestle on pay-per-views, he will either go against Randy Savage, Sting, Roddy Piper,
so like
uh,
Roman Reigns.
Lex Luger. Yeah, so he was facing like big names.
Yeah,
And I feel like that would happen if The Rock came back, but realistic, there's nobody for The Rock to face.
no.
That
Only
dude
if
is,
he's
yeah, like the only
only if he
person he could
brings in
face is
some.
Omos.
Yeah. Only if he's the guy that like builds the younger guys. Like, hey, I want Theory. Like, let's do. Like, remember how they never had a fight. Like Theory. Remember how
Mm,
he cursed
yeah.
out Theory that one time? I forgot. Like two
Theory,
WrestleManias.
Baron Corbin.
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
could face Theory. Theory could be like, here's the torch, kid. Like, here, don't burn it out. you know?
Like yeah, what he did with Cena.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, The Rock. I feel like The Rock can't. I don't think he could come back full time and wrestle every week, but
No.
to build up a pay-per-view, I feel like he can.
Or
I
the
would.
talking points, like how he talked the other day. You just talk smack the whole time. Oh,
Mhm.
people Salt Lake City.
I
You
feel
you
like The
know.
Rock should be GM though.
I don't know because because we already know he's the director of TKO. It's like, oh, he's already the director of like the
Mm.
company, like of the TKO. I mean, both the UFC and WWE. So he's already busy because he has the UFC and WWE under his banner as director of TKO. So it's like that's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
but so is Triple H.
But Triple H is just WWE though.
That's
Triple H
true.
doesn't run anything with UFC. If he did, I'd be like, what? Why is he running that? He had nothing, no idea what UFC is. Or
But I don't think Triple H is gonna be running the company like that much. I'm pretty sure they just have him because he's The Rock. I
yeah,
don't think he's gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna help us run the company. It's like, no, you're just the poster boy.
yeah, technically. So
Yeah.
he could come back full time, but like, what if he wants to like? Well, the UFL season starts in March,
Mm.
so I'm like, oh, he might want to be involved with that. He got football teams to take care of. He's got
Called
his
private jets, man. He got a
yeah,
private jet.
he's got his own like tequila company. He's got his own energy drink company. He's got his own.
I
I
think
don't
he's
know what
done with
else.
Hollywood at this
Oh, really?
point. I'm
Oh,
pretty
wow.
sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure because that's why he's doing all this. That's why he came
Yeah.
back. I'm pretty
Mm.
sure he's done with Hollywood.
I mean, I think he should have. Let I'll say like he could have 3 matches tops. I think Roman Reigns for sure be one.
Mm.
Maybe like somebody else. I say
Damn, only
Solo.
three matches for The Rock.
Yeah, but like spread out. Like he doesn't have to wrestle all the time, but like he could just save those for special occasions. You know, if Stone Cold wants to make a comeback, one more match with Stone Cold,
That would be nice. The Rock and Stone Cold,
one last time.
WrestleMania,
Like
one
we
last
never
time.
had because they what was what WrestleMania 17 the last time they wrestled each other
Oh my
or 18?
gosh,
I don't
bro.
remember. What?
Oh my, really? It was
Well, I don't
19.
remember. Oh, 19. Oh, okay.
19.
Sorry.
It was WrestleMania 15, 17, and 19. 19 was the best one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like over
That's
almost.
hold on, going back to finishing the story. The Rock, that was his finishing his story. I mean, that's something that was, happened at WrestleMania, but it was like, it was just the point. It was for him, it was more of the fact that I didn't care about the WWE Championship. It was the fact that you beating me at WrestleMania not once, but twice.
Yeah,
And he's like, I need to finish our story, our rivalry by beating you at WrestleMania.
yeah,
Cause it's like, cause even though I'll just get one win, but that one win would like
mm,
redeem everything I lost against you. So stuff like that, it's like that means like you gotta finish it at WrestleMania,
yeah,
you know. So and I that's what we're missing. We're missing that rivalry, The Rock and Roman. I mean, God, hold on. The
no,
Rock and Steve Austin.
yeah,
We don't get that kind of rivalry anymore. We don't. So it's weird how wrestling is kind of changing in so many ways.
yeah.
Sometimes you gotta like bring it back a little bit because it's like before every pay-per-view, if you look back at all pay-per-views, you'd be like, why is this on the card? And then you watch the video package. Ah, okay. Now it's oh what? Okay. Sure. I don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on half of the time. And then when you do know what's going on, the match just sucks, but you remember the story.
Yeah,
So wrestling is very weird.
it
But
is.
so going to you said you had a few matches for The Rock. You said you had three. What are
Yeah.
those three again? Besides, you said one of them was Roman.
Roman rematch with Stone Cold, and I'll say like throw in like a curveball. Like I'll say Theory because they never actually fought each other. I
Mm.
think they talk smack to each other, but they never fought each other. So that'd be kind of another torch moment. Like here you go, you know.
For me would be hear me out.
Mhm.
The Rock facing Randy Orton
Mm,
and Triple H is in Randy Orton's corner.
mm.
I wouldn't know who to have Roman and The Rock's corner. The only person I could think of is like Rikishi, just because
Oh,
of you know what I mean? Just because there was, if you really think about it, the story between Triple H, Rikishi, and The Rock, there's a connection. Remember that.
yeah.
So I feel like that kind of makes sense. So if you're really trying to go back throwback, but I feel like that would be awesome. The
Mm,
Rock versus Roman. I personally feel like it should be a WrestleMania should be Cody Rhodes, Roman, and Randy Orton, a triple threat.
mm,
Because last year, 10 years ago, Randy Orton was in the main event, and then 20 years ago, he was facing Mick Foley and The Rock. You know, so
yeah.
or we could get The Rock versus Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's what I want to see. Randy Orton, The Rock. I want to see The Rock versus Seth freaking Rollins. And it's obvious since we are gonna get it, it's gonna be Roman. So I'm not gonna pick that one.
Yeah.
Um, but I will if I know we're not gonna get it, Triple H. But since I know for a fact we're not gonna get that, I'm just gonna say Cody Rhodes, just because
Mm.
it's
Slapped them.
yeah, he slapped them. It
Wow.
makes sense. And before we move on, I got one question to ask you. Do you think we are going to get The Rock versus Roman Reigns? Sorry, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins? Before I give you a second to think about that, I want to take this time to appreciate all the listeners and viewers for checking us out. Hit that like and subscribe, baby. Back to you, Ever.
I would say they should have it for like the chamber,
Mm.
not for WrestleMania, because that be is it what they're gonna have they're gonna have matches that night, two matches or something.
So there's a I mean, they could have it for WrestleMania night one,
Yeah,
and then night two, the singles match.
yeah, okay. I could.
Um, but I wouldn't want to see that match at Elimination Chamber because goddamn, that early. Backlash. Backlash would be cool.
Yeah.
SummerSlam. WrestleMania night one, I could see that happening if we are going to get The Rock versus Seth freaking Rollins.
Ooh.
And then Roman versus Cody.
Mm.
That's the only way I would be okay with that. I would like to see that. So interesting.
Yeah.
But you think but you would like to see that match though, that tag team match.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it's a good outcome, but but let's see what happens, with that.
All right, Ever. If you had to recast the TV show Friends, which WWE superstars will you be choosing?
Okay,
I know that's a curveball right there.
I'm trying to see like okay, Tom, you're a bigger fan than them. Than
Whoa,
me.
hey, yo, man, don't embarrass me like that. Nah, I'm cool with that. I do
Mm,
like Friends. So you got Phoebe, you got Ross,
maybe.
Chandler, Monica, Joey, and Rachel. The
Phoebe, I'll say
original, the original cast.
Phoebe, I'll say Shotzi.
Wow,
Kind of like
Shotzi.
crazy
Oh,
chick, but not crazy, but
okay.
for Rachel, ooh, Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan for
Yeah, 'cause
Rachel.
she's hot. That's
Wow. Okay, okay. Now,
um
who would be her Raw son?
a Ross. Because I don't. Because it's so funny though. I didn't watch Friends until like the whole season until recently. I was like, man, I don't like Ross that much. Let's see.
Dude, I don't like Phoebe at all.
I'll say Austin Theory will be Ross because he's kind of like I don't like
Austin.
this guy.
That's messed up. You know who I was gonna say? I was gonna say John Cena for Ross.
Ooh,
John Cena for Ross because that's the professor and all that. He
yeah.
kind of he kind of reminds me Ross because I'm trying to go for that Peter Parker. You know how Peter
Oh
Parker,
yeah,
the cartoon show, he looks like a geek, but he's
yeah,
ripped. That's what I'm
yeah.
trying to go for. So
Uh,
so I'll have John Cena as Ross.
wow.
Um, man, for Rachel though, you said Liv Morgan. Rachel.
Or who's
Um,
like who's like a who? She did not wear. She did not care. She wore whatever she wanted.
yeah, I
Who's
wouldn't even know who to have Rachel. I wouldn't even for Phoebe, to be honest. I wouldn't even know. I'm surprised how quickly you came up on the spot. Because for
yeah,
Ross, I already knew for Ross would be John Cena just because I knew that would be funny.
yeah.
But for
No, you're right.
Yeah, for Joey is a tough one. Do you have one for Joey?
For Joey, I would say Sami Zayn. He's
Oh,
fun, he's lovable, but I mean,
yes,
I think
yes.
Sammy's very smart, but like he's fun, he's lovable, he's loyal,
Mm.
and he has like that wacky personality. He could go to that wackiness if he needs to.
You know what? I could see Sami Zayn as Ross as well.
Ooh.
I could see Sami Zayn as Ross as well.
Mm.
Damn, now see, damn, I totally forgot about Sami Zayn. Now you got me thinking on that one. I like this. This is fun. This is
Yeah.
fun. Recasting friends. All right. But you're still sticking with Rachel, Liv Morgan for Rachel then?
I'm trying
And
to figure out like
Shotzi for Phoebe. I
Phoebe.
like that one. Ah,
I don't know,
I gotta go through the roster list. Hold on. I can't. It's hard to,
because Rachel's like the main. Well, her and who would be Monica then? Wait. I'm trying to figure out. Um, or Natalia? No,
Taya will be Natalia. I don't know who I would have for Natalia.
nah, I wouldn't. For Monica, she was kind of like. Uh, See, it's tough to like think on the spot like who. Um.
Well, you got Chad Gable. Ooh, Finn Ba. Ooh, you got the whole Judgment Day crew.
Oh, Rhea Ripley for Monica.
Yes,
Yeah,
Rhea Ripley as Monica.
and
Yes, that
Dominic as
it's Joe.
Chandler.
No, no, no. Oh,
No.
yes,
Oh,
yes. Yeah, there you go, Everett. Let's go. It's Rhea Ripley as Monica. Chandler for is Dominic, or Dominic is Chandler. There you go. So now I like that. I like that. What about for man,
for
Joey?
Rachel.
Joey could be either the Usos, Jay or Jimmy.
Hmm. Ah, keep it Sammy
You're
for
gonna
me.
go. I'm gonna go with Jimmy for
Okay.
Joey. For Joey, yeah.
I'll
And
keep
then
Phoebe as Shotzi. Who am I missing? I'm only missing. Oh, I got Ross as. What did I say? Was Ross?
uh, Austin Theory because you
Awesome
hated him.
Theory. Yeah. And then for Monica, for Rachel.
Rachel, you said Liv Morgan, but
I
I
know,
don't know
but
if they're gonna
like,
keep with that.
well, give me the female roster. Ooh, Becky. She's tough. She's also like independent.
Ooh, what about Drew McIntyre?
I don't see anybody enough Caspian to make it.
Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna go Cody Rhodes for Ross.
Oh,
Cody Rhodes for Ross. Chelsea Green for
oh yeah.
Rachel.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Chelsea Green
Okay,
for Rachel.
okay.
I would say Charlotte, but Chelsea Green. Chelsea, it makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Phoebe. I personally think Phoebe is a bad friend, so I'm gonna give it to Charlotte.
Oh damn. Wow.
Oh, but you
Okay.
also got Carmelo.
Carmella, yeah.
Ooh,
Nah,
Carlitos.
nah, we'll keep it like that.
Braun Breaker.
Nah.
Would you use Becky or Bailey for any of the females? Not replacing them, but I'm just saying, can you see them playing any of them?
I'll
I'm not,
see
yeah, it
I'll
doesn't
see
have to be in your list.
Bailey for Monica.
Bailey for Monica, because okay, how about the Force Horsewomen?
Sasha.
Let's include Janice. So
Sasha will be
Janice,
Janice. She
that's
talks a
that's
lot. Nobody
she's all
cares
talk.
really.
She's all talk. She's all
Nobody
talk.
cares anymore.
So Janice for Sasha Banks. So who's Phoebe, Rachel, and Monica then?
Phoebe, I'll say Charlotte, Rachel, Becky, and Bailey.
Monica.
Bailey, Monica. Yeah.
Okay, I could agree with that. So for yeah, I could agree for that for the horsewoman. That's funny. Yeah. But yeah, so for my recast for Friends, I'm gonna go with I already forgot who I got. I think Monica and
Chandler, you
Chandler
got
is Rhea Ripley and Dominic. I
mhm,
got Ross for Cody
Cody.
Rhodes.
Mhm.
I got Chelsea Green for Rachel, and then Charlotte Flair for Charlotte Flair for Phoebe, or Phoebe for Charlotte Flair, whatever
Yeah.
it goes. Who do you have again?
Monica would be Rhea Ripley. Chandler would be Dominic.
Mm-hmm.
Joey would be Sami Zayn. Ross would be Austin Theory. Rachel would be what would I say? Oh, Chelsea Green. I agree with that one. And then Phoebe, I'll have Shotzi. You
I
didn't
think
have Joey.
Joey. I said Jimmy.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Uso.
I forgot to
Yeah,
throw his name out there,
yeah.
but I said it earlier. Jimmy is
We'll do
Joey.
graphics.
Yeah, yeah. That was fun. I like that.
Yeah.
We'll do another show. That was fun. It was really like no, it's like
Yeah.
you
What
think
is it?
you think I got something, and then it's like when you really sit there and think about it, it's like, no, I don't got it.
Video coming out soon with the Friends video with the
Ooh.
rosters. I'll be there for you.
Hey, I want credit for that episode. I want if they make a remake, I want credit. I want credit for it.
Hey, and now that last game was fun, but this one it's trivia time.
Ooh.
Who was the first person the Undertaker considered wanted to break his WrestleMania streak? A. The Rock, B. Kane, C. Kurt Angle, or D. Edge?
Ah, damn. Who The Undertaker, right? Because you said
Yeah,
who was the person the Undertaker considered.
to break his streak at his WrestleMania streak.
So you threw a curveball because you said Edge,
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure it was Kurt Angle.
yeah, you got it right.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah,
Nice.
Kurt. I remember it was Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was the Undertaker. I don't remember what year though. I feel like it was WrestleMania 22, but
Yeah, I was
yeah,
like,
WrestleMania 22, but then it happened at No Way Out instead,
yeah,
and I remember that. But that
because
was a
I
good.
think it was supposed to be Undertaker. It was supposed to be Shawn Michaels versus Eddie Guerrero, but Eddie Guerrero passed away.
Mhm.
It was supposed to be Undertaker versus Kurt
Kurt
Angle, but then
Angle.
they kind of like flipped everything, and then I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
because Batista was supposed to face Randy Orton for the world title. Cena and Triple H um, at WrestleMania. Um, and yeah, but everything because of Batista getting hurt, Eddie's passing, a lot of things got changed at
yeah,
WrestleMania. And it's funny because, not trying to get off topic, off track, but it's funny how people complain about WrestleMania.
yeah,
It's like, why do they act like everything has everything has gone wrong going towards WrestleMania?
yeah, right.
Every year, every year. I don't know
It's like,
why. Yeah, something happens where it's like they got to change the whole entire card for WrestleMania. It's like this is not the first time.
yeah,
So, but I like that trivia question. I got another one. Fantasy booking. Who do you got? So I'm gonna give you a list of matches, and you're basically gonna ask, or not ask me. You're gonna tell me who's gonna go over, who do you got, and how would you make this person go over. So opening match, I got LA Knight versus Mr. Kennedy. I want to take this time. Appreciate everybody. Hit that like and subscribe, and also go along with this game. I know we can't hear you, but shout out your answers to yourself of who you would go over. Let us know in the comments of who you would go over, who you pick. So LA Knight and Mr. Kennedy. Wait for it. Kennedy.
mhm.
What do you got?
Take LA Knight.
LA Knight. I'm gonna go with Mr. Kennedy.
Mhm.
I feel like the way I would do that is just simply hitting him with the mic check.
Yeah,
Trying to go for the blunt force trauma, pushes him off, turn around, boom, hook him, mic drop, mic check, whatever, 1, 2, 3. I feel like Mr. Anderson or Kennedy.
mhm.
If it was Mr. Anderson, LA Knight. Mr. Kennedy, I feel like it will probably be more of an impact, no pun intended, for him to go over LA Knight. And
Okay,
plus, Mr. Kennedy, I feel like he'll put him over after the match,
yeah.
after that. So
I
you
think,
you got LA Knight. Tell me why. Why LA Knight?
well, I think it'd be more of a passing the torch thing because it feels like they both got that like awesome intro and stuff. Like
Mm,
Kenny does the microphone thing, and LA Knight does the yeah.
yeah.
So I was saying like, for me, it would be where like Kennedy is trying to be dirty, so he pulls the actual microphone from the top, it falls down. He's about to
Mm,
smack LA Knight, but then LA Knight hit like it bounces off and it hits Kennedy, and somehow the
mm.
mic gets, and then he does the BF, was it BFT? BF, how you
Blunt
say,
force
was it?
trauma.
Blunt force trauma, and boom, like pins him 1, 2, 3. So it's
Oh.
like Kennedy, because Kennedy was mostly a heel. That's why I'm like, well, that's a heel move. Like, he grab his microphone, try to hit him with it, but then LA Knight reverses it and hits him with it.
So you're
And
saying
BF,
Master so Mr. Kennedy is the heel. He grabs the
yeah,
mic. So he's
yeah,
he's asking for the mic. He grabs the mic, goes try to hit LA Knight, ducks it,
hmm,
blunt force trauma. I like that.
yep,
So
yeah,
Mr. Kennedy is a heel in your booking.
yep.
See, I had both of mine as baby faces.
Ah,
Because I already knew like if that match was supposed to happen, it's gonna be two sides.
yeah.
It's gonna be people are gonna be rooting for both
Mhm.
teams. Up next, I got the Usos versus Judgment Day. Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus the New Day. Kofi Kingston and Big E. Who do you got?
Oh,
That one, right? That one right there.
I'll say the Judgment Day.
You're gonna go with the Judgment Day.
Mhm.
Honestly, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I feel like the Judgment Day, the way I would do it is the Usos. I don't care who, Jimmy J. They do a splash off the top, hit Kofi, and Damien is distracting the ref. Finn Ballard is on top rope. Coup de grace on Jay. Jimmy's back, cover and out because then it's two impacts. You got the splash. Kofi just took a move, super kick, whatever. He's out. Splash for Jay, and then a double stomp. So now you're feeling the effect from the double stomp and more weight from Jimmy onto Kofi. Covers Kofi 1, 2, 3.
Mm.
That's how I would book the ending for that match.
I would say the ending is so everybody's fighting in the ring, and then everybody gets thrown out, right? So in one
Mhm.
corner, like everybody's bundled up in the corner. Damien goes and he flips outside. He hits everybody, and in the ring, I'll say it'll be Kofi in the ring.
Mm.
Finn Balor blocks him, kicks him in the face, drops him. Finn Balor goes to the top, coup de grace, pins him 1, 2, 3. So it's like everybody, they do the spot where they
So you
like
have okay, so you got Finn Ballard and Kofi like actually going at it.
yeah,
As so with me, I have Jay and Kofi going at it,
yeah.
and then but then Finn Balor comes in and steals the win
Mm.
from Jimmy or Jay, whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're both brothers and twins.
Yeah.
So, but I like that. I like that. That's cool. Uh, now I got this one. This one's a dream match. Becky Lynch versus. I don't think you're ready for this.
Mm.
Michelle McCool.
Ooh.
I can't pick,
Ooh.
bro. You have to give me an answer. I can't do this one. I
I'll
can't.
say Michelle McCool.
Michelle McCool, I can't do it.
Uh,
It's gonna be a
Wow.
draw. I can't.
Wow.
It's tough, man, because it's tough. But because I love Becky, man. But you know what? I gotta give it to the OG. I gotta give it to the OG. I gotta give it to my favorite school teacher, Michelle McCool. I gotta give
Oh, okay.
I gotta, yeah. Simple. Charlotte is going for the manhandle slam.
You mean Charlotte? You
God
mean
damn it.
Becky?
Becky is trying to go for the manhandle slam, right? Hear me out. Top rope. Boom, boom, boom. Michelle McCool says, nope. Elbow strike. Boom, boom. Choke slam. Something similar to the Undertaker did to what's it called, Shane? Or MVP and No Way Out off the top, the pod. Choke
Yeah.
slam. Flip them. Something like that. Like a little choke
Mm.
slam. Becky flips. Boom. Big boot, boom, picks her up. Fate breaker, boom. The AJ Styles style clash. I think she used to call it the
Mm.
fate breaker.
Yeah, Fate
Boom.
Breaker.
1, 2, 3. That's how I'll book it.
Mm.
I
For
like
me,
that.
it'll be they're on the top rope. Becky's trying to go for the man side from the top. Michelle elbows Becky, like blocks it, drops it to
Mhm.
the drop. Michelle goes down. She grabs Becky on her shoulders, flips her, does a faith breaker, boom, pins her 1, 2, 3. So it's like
Ooh.
a reverse of the.
Also off the top rope.
Yeah, she like gets off, she holds her, and then she
Mm,
does she does like she makes a motion like she puts her in that like the
the
fate
fate
eight the Styles
breaker.
Clash, yeah, the Styles Clash Fate Breaker, and then just does it like that. So she like does she grabs her, she was like she drops her or grabs her, and then she goes, then she does the Styles
The
Clash.
mo-
Wait, how's the Styles Clash? Like
It's a power driver,
oh yeah,
but
power driver.
with the
Yeah,
arms
yeah.
hooked.
So she like
Face
grabs her
first.
and then like
I got you. I got you. I know
yeah,
what you mean. I know what you mean.
yeah.
So I like that. That was a nice finish. Damn, you're trying to have these people hurt. Oh,
Hey,
you the
yeah.
main event. The main event. I don't know if you're ready for this one ever. Randy Orton versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Who do you got?
Oh, I'm gonna say Randy Orton.
Woo! Please tell me why. Damn.
I don't know, it's more like the finisher itself. It'd be the way they finish it. For me, I feel
Mm,
like the way I mean, I don't know if you could envision it, but like they're both going for their finisher, and then Orton hits it like a second before the stunner. So Stone
right.
Cold goes for the kick or something. Randy Orton somehow flips and does an RKO and just finishes him right there. I don't
See,
know, some like the quick
right.
action, like just like it could be either way, but like Randy Orton's the one that gets the split second off, like the RKO instead of the stunner.
Do you remember the match for WrestleMania? I mean, not WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble with Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy.
Not really.
Jeff Hardy went for the twist of fate, turns, turns around, does a 360 and goes into a RKO. So something like that.
But I don't know about Stone Cold do a 360, but he like or either he goes for the kick and then Orton blocks the kick, spins him around, and then does the RKO or something like
Oh,
that.
so something like WrestleMania 14, Shawn Michaels goes for the super kick, catches
Hmm.
Austin catches it, spins them,
Yeah,
stunner. So
yep.
something like that, but
But
except
I'll be the other way around. It'll be
the
Orton doing
RKO.
the yeah,
Yeah. Okay, I like that. So Stone Cold Steve Austin going for the kick. Oh no, you should do Randy Orton doing the middle finger, the
yeah,
birds, turn
yeah,
him around, and then RKO. That would be nice. I like that.
yeah.
Um, honestly, I'm gonna go with Randy Orton.
Hmm.
Um, the finish would be RKO kick out. He's trying to go for the punt to the head.
Yeah.
Moves out of the way, stunner, 1, 2, kick out, going for another stunner, pushes him off, kick the gut. So he does a modified RKO. So he does the stunner version, like he kicks the
Oh,
gut, jumping stunner, which is the RKO.
yeah.
So that's how I would do it. The reason why I'm going to
Okay.
go with Randy Orton going over, because in the end of the match, Steve Austin's going to stun him anyways.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, you're gonna win. You could get the W over me, but I'm the one who's gonna be cheering and being on top of the ropes with my two
Yeah.
beers because I just stun your ass.
Yeah.
So, and the people are gonna be happy with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell me that because I honestly I would rather see Steve Austin lose just so he could stun the guy late after the match.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
can see
so
that.
that's what. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So it always does. So I would, yeah. So Randy Orton, just give him the dub. He's gonna be laying there anyways. So yeah. So that was that fantasy booking. I like our choices, and also I like the way how we told our stories. But all right. So I want to take this time to appreciate everybody that had tuned in for this episode. Appreciate it for you guys making it this far. Ever take us home.
All right, listeners, before we go, please hit that like and subscribe. And also hit that follow button and all the links below in the bio. All right, that's it for this episode. I'm Ever, and this is Ian.
And we are out.
Bye, guys.
Doo-doo-doo.